So welcome back guys, Cumbrianhomestead, Sunday the 8th of May. It's about time for another little update. Show you what I'm up to. Just going to pan around a minute. I don't know if you can see that, there's a beautiful wisteria on top of that fence over there. Anyhow, yeah, so the peas are coming along really well now. It shouldn't be too long before they start flowering. And then got the multi-sown beets and the spinach. We've been picking that. I've had about 3 pickings off it. Definitely have another harvest of that today. It's looking really good. That rain's done a power of good, to be honest. Before we move down, I'm just going to take you over here. Carrots are through. If we lift up this bit of polycarb, see them there. We have carrots. Brilliant. Pleased about that. Yeah. You can see that my wife's been planting some marigolds on the edge of the beds here. Hopefully deter certain pests, but also look attractive as well. So the multi-sown onions are doing fine, and the shallots there. As I say, we've had some good doses of rain, so it's really helped. This is the Dwarf green curly kale. That's all looking well. This bed's going to be planted up in the next couple of days. I'll just show you in the frame. So those are the greyhound. It's a summer cabbage, so they'll be planted out in here. Savoy cabbage there, kale, that's going. I'm going to give those to my mate, so they'll be going down to the plot this afternoon. I'll probably take the sweet peas down, maybe try and get those planted out if possible, or in the next few days, because they're fully hardened off now. And I've got some more lettuces to plant out, and that dill, and then that'll make room for some more stuff to come in here, so I'll have a look at that. Strawberries are doing well, got plenty of flowers on, so I might give them a supplementary feed soon. Okay, so in the greenhouse, this is chard, and again you can see it's variable germination, but I think it's not totally fresh seed. It's maybe from last year, so you know, but there'll be more than enough plants there. And the idea of this is to replace when the spinach, excuse me, starts to bolt. I can pull that out and replace it with the chard. So, you know, we keep getting a continuous supply of leafy greens. These were the first lot of pongo beans that I sowed. Some seem to have different growth rates, but they all should. So I'm going to move those out into the frame so they can start to harden off. This was a second sowing, which, to be honest with you, aren't far behind. Just the last one there, just poking through. So I'll probably keep those in here for a while longer. And just at the back, I don't know if you can see it, that's a crown print squash. Only 1 out of 4 seeds. I've tried chitting the rest, and I think it's just not viable anymore. It's old seed, it's my own fault. But anyway, I've got one. And this one cucumber, again out of, was it 5 or something? So very poor, but at least I've got one. That'll do me. And then just spinning around. These are my tomatoes. They're just staying out now in the greenhouse. Acclimatising. I need to repot them actually, so I'll do that today. I'll also need to repot these courgettes. They're looking really nice, good plants. If you can see, there's roots coming out, so I'll get those repotted today with the tomatoes. This row here is the last lot of the radish. They've been absolutely fantastic, really. And then I've got a successional sowing coming here, you know, so not too bad. I mean, and I've got another row that I sowed in the top bed there where the peas are. They're just come through now. Spinning around. So the other thing that I've done is I've got the wires in. I put strings down to support the tomatoes. So what I had to do is just pop out the corner pieces of glass here and drill a little hole so I could pull the wire through and round, and then just put the glass in, back in. It wasn't too difficult. The thing that I do need to sort out, and any advice please would be welcome, on this vent opener. I've got an automatic vent opener. I've disconnected it from the greenhouse down on the plot, brought it up. The problem is there's enough room for the bottom part to be screwed or bolted somehow into here. I might have to cut a little piece of metal away. It's this top frame. This strip of metal on a lot of other greenhouses, and certainly the one on the plot, it's much wider. You know, it's about another inch wide, so it gives plenty of room to attach the top part. So I don't know whether I can fix a bracket on or something. I don't know. It's a bit of a conundrum, but I definitely want to get that sorted, because if we do go away, obviously, you know, then I can be relaxed about the fact that I know that if I get an automatic vent opener, you know, it's going to sort out the ventilation. And the other thing is I need to get this water butt fixed. Well, I need to get a pipe. I was thinking of the blue pipe, you know, the alkathene stuff there. The only downside to that, it will fit, but because it's quite rigid, I'm going to have to put some elbow joints on, and they're quite expensive, so I'm just looking for other options with that. Yeah, so just a little story about the pipe actually. When I put the first, you know, lot up there, wife wasn't happy about the garish blue colour, so I had to think about it, and good old Poundland, that's where good old Poundland came in. So we just bought a whole bunch of black electrician tape, and it's very, very cheap. You know, I think you get 4 rolls for £1, and yeah, so it actually blends in a lot better doing it that way. You didn't get that? Little fancy handle. So I brought up some straw. The other thing I'll need to do today or shortly is I've got a load of comfrey down on the orchard ready to cut, first cut. So I'm going to bring a few trugs of that and start adding the greens to the brown, get this compost pile going. I'll bring up some more bags of straw that can sit in here for now as well. I've got these handles the wife wanted me to put them on. But actually they work very well, I have to say. These are the pots of Musselburgh leeks. They always follow me. As soon as my first early potatoes come out, they go straight in. So I can't remember whether I showed you last video, I've got my second cold frame built, and then this bit of ground here, it's all been dug over, so courgettes will be going in there. Get 3 in there, might give the other one away. And just coming back to the first bed here, I've got some Lolo Rosso lettuces out. Again, we just put this on to keep the cats off. You see the radish coming through there. There's a little row of rocket here, not come through yet, but I think we'll probably just fill this bit up with lettuce actually, and then that's pretty much us all planted up here. The asparagus is looking well. Every single one's, you know, there's 7 crowns planted and they've all come through. And then, like I said, the plan was to leave some room down this bit, so when the French beans have hardened off, that's where these will be going, down this bit here. And the blueberry bushes, tons and tons of flowers on, so I'm hoping that that's going to lead to some luscious blueberries at some point during the year. Another little idea I had, this is 40mm plastic waste pipe, and the idea was to, if I can get some blanking caps for the ends, was to cut 8 foot long and fill them with water, cap the ends off and use them to hold down the enviromesh instead of bricks. I think it'd just be more efficient, it'll look nicer as well. So I'm just trying to, I've contacted a company just to see whether their blanking cap will fit the external diameter of this, which I think is 41mm actually, although it says it's 40mm. Again, if anybody has any ideas about that, drop me a comment down below, I'd love to know about that. Just a little update on the wood burning stove. We've more or less got the floor put back down now. I'm just getting a friend to cut a laminate board for me right in front of the slate half, you know, so it has to be a nice cut. My saw's not up to the job, but I did get a good scoop the other day of some packing crates like this, and it had a lot of nails in, so we had to, it was quite a big job to cut it all, but that's a whole bunch of good wood in there. And I've got a whole lot of logs yet to, I haven't even had time to start sawing them up, but anyway, that was a good do. So I got this piece of plywood from the same place, so I think the plan is we're going to use that to extend the log store, you know, it'll be about another 3 foot or something, so that should work out quite well.